Well, the 14th annual Newport Orchid Expo and Sale is going to be going on at the Westminster Mall. That's going to be February 12th through the 14th. And joining us now is Nancy Bonet. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks
it's great to see you once again. Now, you've brought some beautiful orchids with you. This is going to be the many faces of orchids, and I bet you people didn't even know that orchids had faces, right?
They don't. We usually see, the very beautiful, showy side of orchids, and orchids are absolutely fascinating. And this is a specific side of orchids that a lot of people don't know.
Now, how did you get involved with orchids, and why did it become? I'm sure it turned into, it was a hobby, and now it's
an
a profession.
Obsession. It goes way back to my childhood, but just the curiosity about the exotic and their beauty. And so when I moved here to Orange County, I became involved with the Newport HarborOrchid Society, a very large group, and I've learned so much over the years, and it's led to travel, many friends, learning about cultures. So it is really it's a fabulous hobby.
Right.
And so, I continue to write about orchids, plan orchid events.
And there's so many of them. There's what, 30,000 species, and
35
it goes on forever.
Right. They say up to 35,000, and then well over 100,000 hybrids. People hybridize them for different reasons, and yes, I mean, it's just constantly evolving.
And now they're saying that they've even been around for 70 to 90 million years. So
they're among the oldest flowers, I do believe.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow. What is your favorite orchid?
Oh my gosh, the one that blooms for me.
Yeah. Are they tricky to bloom? Are they temperamental? You gotta be careful.
But actually, I brought some today that are not difficult to bloom and are easy bloomers, depending on your conditions. In particular, for instance, these Phalaenopsis, it's just a little arrangement that I made, and these will last for upwards of 2-3 months. Some can last longer. They're well adapted to our conditions. Grow them in a kitchen window, for instance. I have them in a garden window. These are slipper orchids, Paphiopedilums, that come from Southeast Asia and actually have done very well. These two are hybrids. The one in the front is called a bulldog.
The white one right here?
Right. It has a complex set of parents, and they're developed for their wide petals and sepals and are very showy. These are two species, and actually they do have faces if you look into them. This is Paphiopedilum ferianum. Comes from India, and it even has that sort of little twist, sort of an Indian twist.
Right.
And this little guy has a lovely little face in it, and
so
there will
freckles.
be a lot of these at the show.
Right.
Actually, what I brought is representative of what we'll see at the show.
It's interesting because I was doing some research on orchids yesterday. I couldn't pronounce nearly any of them. You just did them perfectly. They have a very old language name to them. Is there a history behind them? They sound like old dinosaurs in a way,
Well, I think they were somewhere around at the time of the dinosaurs. Right. Maybe they were even food for the dinosaurs.
Absolutely.
Some of the...
Is there a history with the names of each of them? Is it because of the region that they develop in?
That is a better question for the taxonomists. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. But it comes from the word orchis, which is a Greek word, and then evolved to orchids. Some of the genus and the species honor people's names. That is a deep and big question.
That's a good question.
Beyond my hobbyist.
It's your next society club meeting, right?
Yes.
Well, when someone goes to the Westminster Mall and attends the expo, you can also purchase orchids for sale that'll be there.
We're going to have 15 or 16 of the top orchid nurseries, many from California. We have a Thai from Thailand, Frau Orchids, Katu Frau, which will be there, and a Hawaiian vendor, one of the largest vendors. And so yes, people can buy orchids. The society members will be selling their orchids. There will be supplies, culture classes, potting workshops.
Classes,
So to keep them alive, rebloom them, it's key to attend one of these sessions. The price is $5, which just covers the price of the plant itself, because we do get them from professional growers, and you'll get lots of different, well, attendees will get lots of different clues and tricks on how to rebloom them, how to water them, feed them.
Well, they're beautiful. And most of these can just be potted and kept indoors and
Right.
enjoy them for as long as you can.
Yes, and some of these do grow outside. These are more indoor orchids in the summertime. The phals I put outside. These I keep. Those that I have are in my greenhouse. And
Do they need a lot of sunlight, or?
no, actually, well, some do, again, depending on their
they
native
are.
habitat and what they're used to. So you try to mimic and fool them into blooming. Actually, the Phalaenopsis prefer about 10% of natural light. Don't put them in a hot, sunny window. These are also sort of medium light growers.
What about the monkey orchid? That's one of my favorites.
Right. Well, that's a tricky
face,
one. It is. Draculasimia, they come from Ecuador and from the Andes. They require very, very wet conditions, cooler conditions. There are a number of people who do grow them successfully here. I have actually grown a few successfully, but after a few years, I just can't keep them growing.
Right. Yeah, that's tough too. Well, we want to thank you for joining us. We want to also mention that you're also a contributor to Orchid Digest, and be sure and check that out as well. It's got some terrific pictures in here that you will see some beautiful orchids, and I think you'll enjoy this as well. So be sure and look at that. Now, this expo is going to be going on February 12th through the 14th. That's going to be at the Westminster Mall. It's very easy to get to. Pricing is very reasonable. Like you just said, $5 for a workshop. They're going to not only coach you through the process, but you actually get to take something home, right?
You do. You do.
Yeah.
And entrance is free. It is the mall. So parking is free. There's handicap parking. It's very accessible.
And that's great, because nowadays if you go to the Orange County Fairgrounds, they're going to charge you $15 or $20 just to park. So all you have to do is park and get there and enjoy the expo. And if you have $5, be sure and be a part of that potting workshop as well. And you'll learn so much more about orchids. And they're beautiful. Thanks so much for bringing them in today.
Thank you for having me.
That's the Many Faces of Orchids. That's going to be on February 12th through the 14th, so be sure and get out there next weekend. We're going to be back right after this commercial break to wrap up our program, so stay tuned.